Hello and welcome back to the Sports Center YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about one player in particular. He's been all over the news over the last couple of weeks to do with whether it's linking him to Real Madrid or whether it's bad defending or however you want to talk about it. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, straight off the bat, I'm a Liverpool fan, big Liverpool fan, and a massive advocate of Trent. I think he's an exceptional player, and I'm going to get onto that. But off the back of yesterday's performance against Man United, where, let's face it, he had a stinker. He had a bad game. You can question whether he looked interested, whether he didn't look interested. I've got a little bit of theory, and I'm going to get onto that. But what I want to say and what I want to talk about, which kind of links into Trent, is fickle football fans. Now, I was at the game yesterday. I had a couple of guys, I don't know whether it was a dad and a son or whatever, but the point that I'm trying to make is, as Liverpool fans, or as football fans in general, when we're singing our players' praises, we love them. They're our heroes. We can't say enough about them. But why is it that when things go wrong or when players have a bad game, we're just so quick to jump on them to shoot them down? And these two guys yesterday, they were screaming. And bearing in mind, I'm sat up at the back, the top tier of the main stand, which is a fair distance away. So these guys are shouting. I'm talking shouting at the top of their lungs. The referee or anyone at the pitch side can't hear them. Get him off! Get him sold to Madrid! Take the 20 million! Yeah! And I put up with it, right, for the best part of, I want to say, 70 minutes or so. And I just turned around to the older guy out of the two and went, just behave yourself, lad. He's like, what do you mean behave yourself? I'm like, behave yourself. It's like, you're quick to sing his praises, yeah, when he's swinging in balls for Salah, when he's swinging in balls for Jota, when he's setting up goals, when he's scoring against West Ham. You'll sing his praises and, Scouser in the team, Scouser in. We all love him. But just because all the speculation about the Madrid links, and it's been maximised and glorified over the week just gone by due to the fact that Madrid put a bid in, whether they did or didn't, it's up for debate, but it doesn't really matter. Basically, because of the Madrid links and because the contract still isn't signed and all this, he's Tret as a bit of a scapegoat, if you ask me. And that's my personal opinion. I think he's a bit of a scapegoat. And I have this debate all the time. I'm in a WhatsApp group with a load of Liverpool fans, and we have good chats in there, we have good debates. And a lot of them are saying, if you don't sign a contract, stick him in the reserves or the 21s or whatever you want to call it now. Don't let him play. Whereas I'm like, it's not Trent's fault that the contract's run down. I'm not going to go into the finite details, but ultimately, his contract was running down. Klopp left. He's probably going to want to weigh, as is Van Dijk and Salah, and think, well, hang on a minute, who is the manager going to be? Are we going to be any good? Let me just hold out. Players want to run the contracts down now because they know full well that they're going to get a big bumper payday, like signing on fee, if they go to another club. So I don't begrudge what he's doing there at all, or any other player for that matter. But he is getting treated like a bit of a scapegoat, and I'm alluding back to what I was just saying then about my point being, stick him in the reserves, don't let him play for the club and all this, so on and so forth. The guy's a world-class player. And I say player here, and hear me out. He plays right back. He gets more room at right back than what he would in a midfield position, which allows him to operate in a way that he does, allows him to get his head up, allows him to pick passes out that probably 90% of football players and professional football players who get paid a wage to do this, they don't see those passes. I sit in the stands sometimes, I'm like, how the fuck has he just seen that pass from pitch side level? It's ridiculous. Some of the balls that he plays are ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, for every 4 or 5 passes that he makes, one of them might be an absolute shocker. But you've got to take that with players like Trent. You've got to take it with the rough with the smooth. You've got to take the fact that he will try audacious things because he is that type of player. He's an ambitious player. He wants to make a difference to the club and on the pitch. And ultimately, he wants to contribute more and more into a winning team. So the fact that people say that if he doesn't sign a contract, stick him in the reserves and don't let him play for the first team, it's absolutely ridiculous. At this moment in time, Liverpool are on the verge of a league title. It's in their hands to throw away. And if you've got a world-class operator like Trent Alexander-Arnold on your books, that ultimately, up until yesterday's performance, you can say that this contract talk hasn't jeopardised his performance on the pitch. He's still been putting in good performances on the pitch. So therefore, why would you not want to pick him? He is a player that can make a difference. He was on the bench against Newcastle, I don't know how long ago, 3-4 weeks ago, whatever. He came off the bench. I think he was on the pitch for 10 minutes. He made 2 assists in the space of like 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. So all this talk about put him in the reserves and don't let him play for the first team, absolute nonsense if you ask me. And look, everyone's entitled to their opinion, so let me know in the comments below what you think about that. But on to yesterday's performance. And did he have a good game? No, he didn't have a good game. But I can't really remember many Liverpool players that had a great game. I think McAllister had an okay game. He was probably the standout performer from a Liverpool point of view. But other than that, I can't remember any player really having a great performance. I remember Virgil van Dijk trying to complete a 15, 20-yard pass to Andy Robertson on the left-hand side. He passed the ball straight out of play. But no one's jumping on his back and saying, get him off the pitch, get him sold, get him out of the club, don't let him sign the contract. It's all nonsense. And this is why I think that Trent he's the scapegoat in this little contract saga that's going on with the club and obviously the 3 players in question. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And for me, I still think there's a good chance that Liverpool will keep all 3 of their superstars. I really do. And maybe that's just my personality in terms of being positive and being ambitious coming out there. He may have already have his mind made up. I think all these links in the press about to Madrid, I think you take with a pinch of salt because, to be honest, until it happens, I don't really believe anything that happens in the news, whether that's in football, politics, or anything that goes on in the world. You hear a lot of fake news, a hell of a lot of fake news, and that's been going on for decades and decades. That's never going to change. We get that. And Madrid are, I think Carragher and Neville were talking about it on Sky Sports yesterday after the game. They're very bullish in terms of when they want a player, they'll, I'm not saying necessarily break the rules, but they're a little bit naughty in how they operate. Do you know what I mean? And they see themselves as the biggest club in Europe, and they probably are. We'll give them that. But they operate in a level that is a little bit distasteful, if you ask me. But they are who they are. That's probably never ever going to change. Now, as I say, I think there's a chance that he will sign, and I probably sit with the majority of Liverpool fans here when I say, if there's a chance that we keep him and sign him, do we want to? Absolutely yes. I'd go out on a whim and say that every single Liverpool fan would want Trent Alexander-Arnold to stay at the club and basically create his own legacy, because he will go down as an absolute legend of the football club. Even if he only picks up another couple of big trophies from now to the end of his career, he'll go down as a legend because of the fact that he's a local lad. He's been at the club since he was 6-year-old, I believe, and he's won everything there is to win domestically in the game for his boyhood club. So if there is a chance we get to keep him, the fans, sounds a little bit sentimental, but you need to show him some love. You need to show him, like, at the times when he does have a shit game like yesterday, don't jump on his case because one bad pass goes astray, and yeah, fair enough, it might have led to a goal, but that could happen to any player on the pitch. The way I see it, if you're wearing a red shirt, get behind the team. People were saying yesterday that he wasn't putting the effort, he was jogging around. That's just him as a player. Like, I remember Andrea Pirlo, absolute world-class operator, world-class. I don't think I ever saw the guy run much. The guy just sort of drifted around the football field, and that's the kind of player that Trent is. He's world-class, and he's not quick anyway. He's not a fast player. That's one thing which, unfortunately, he's not blessed with. He's not blessed with pace. So the fact that you're going to say he's going to be bobbing up and down the wing and sprinting past people and this and that, he's not going to do it. He's going to get beaten for pace on numerous weeks because he's not blessed with pace. But he's blessed with an absolute wand of a right foot and a pretty good left foot as well. I mean, some of the passes that he does with a left foot, most players can't do with their good foot. So for Liverpool fans, just get behind him, and we may have a chance of keeping this lad. He could be our future captain, and I just don't like the way that some fans are going about it. And as I say, each to their own. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Now, if rumours are to be believed in the press that he's been offered a 5-year deal that's worth circa to, I think I've read 78 million, was about 300 grand a week. He's been offered it. I've not read that he's declined it. So if there is an offer on the table, he might be considering that. And if he's in this period of consolidating with his friends and his family, and if he's hearing, because he will hear noise around the city, I'm sure that players will hear stuff that goes around in social media. And if he's reading all this bad press and he's seeing all these bad vibes come out from his own fans, that may just tip him over the edge, and that just made me thinking, well, do you know what? Yeah, I will piss off to Madrid, and I will go and see what it's like out there, and I will go and play in a better probably weather climate. I will go play with my mate Jude Bellingham. I will go play with some of the best players in the world like Vinny Jr. and Mbappe. That may just push him. Whereas if Liverpool fans just got behind him, showed him that love, because I think at the moment the fan base is split. Some of the fans think like me that there's still a chance. I think some of the fans resigned that he's probably already gone and just want the saga concluding one way or another. Whether he's gone, come out and say you're going, and hopefully keep performing to the level that pushes Liverpool into the league title. If you're not going, sort of give the fans something. And I think he did that by scoring that goal against West Ham. And all the that was the week where all the rumours were going out that he was basically gone to Madrid. He told Liverpool that he wanted to leave. He scored the goal, he celebrated, he went over to Liverpool fans and went like that. And I took that as a positive, as saying, don't listen to all it. It's just all talk, it's all noise, don't listen to it. I think there's a chance. I think there's a good chance that he stays. I think there's a good chance that we keep all three of those players and that they're going to take us to another league title. So Liverpool fans, if you're watching this and you want Trent to stay, show him some love, get behind him, and hopefully we can grab that elusive league title that we're all craving, because, Liverpool are one of the best clubs in Europe at the moment. The proof's in the pudding. We're top of the domestic league, top of the European league, and we need to keep all our world-class players, including Trent Alexander-Arnold. But let me know in the comments what you think, and if you like this video, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.